Hey guys, it's Beth. Today I'll be using some macrame rope, wooden rings, and styrofoam balls to make snowman ornaments. I took the macrame rope and cut it into strips. They were about 12 inches. I took them, folded them in half, and then held that loop over the wooden ring and then took the ends of the rope and tucked it up through the loop I made and did that until I had it completely filled in. This wooden ring came from Amazon, but Dollar Tree does sell some. So once I had it filled in, I just took these strands and kind of pulled the rope apart. And then after I had them all pulled apart, I just took a comb and just brushed through all of the rope. And then once I had that done, I just kind of gathered it in my hands, leaving a little space between the wooden ring and where I'm going to be wrapping it. I just took this elastic ponytail from Dollar Tree and wrapped it around a couple times to make the top of the little hat, and then cut off a bunch of the excess from the top. And what I did was I took that stuff I cut off and tucked it in the hat to make it nice and full, and then just fluffed out the top of that and trimmed up any excess pieces just to make a little ball on the top. I took another piece of the rope, wrapped it around a couple times where I had tied the elastic, and then knotted it in a big loop at the top. And then I made another one with the gray macrame rope. And then took these styrofoam balls from Dollar Tree. One is 1.4 inches, the other ones are 1.9. So 2 of each size. I put them on a skewer and painted them with white chalk paint, just 1 coat each. Once I had those dry, I took this holographic glitter, which I get from Hobby Lobby, and I painted a coat of that on each of the styrofoam balls. And then it'll dry clear, so you'll just see some glitter on top of the white. After that was dry, I took some black acrylic paint and a very fine tip paintbrush and painted a couple circles on one of the larger ones. So that will be the snowman's eyes. And then I took another paintbrush and put the back of the paintbrush in the black paint and just dotted it down around the bottom to make the mouth. So I did that on one big one and one small one, and then 3 dots down on the other 2. Took some pumpkin orange acrylic paint and made a nose. I kind of think of it as a sideways teardrop. So I did that on both of the snowman faces. And I had also taken the back of a paintbrush and dotted a couple white dots in the eyes, which I think I cut that part out. And then took baby blush acrylic paint and kind of just lightly brushed on some rosy cheeks. And then I removed the styrofoam balls that had just the 3 buttons on them. Took this piece of ribbon, cut it in half. It was about 1.5 inches, so I just cut a piece in half. Trimmed up the skewer that's on each of the faces, and then put those skewers through the original holes on the ones with the buttons, and then hot glued them together. And then I took my ribbons, folded them in half, and then wrapped it around each of the little snowman and just wrapped it around once, not tightening it too much. I didn't want it to look too tight on there. And then cut little slits up each of them to make it look like a cute little scarf. And then I hot glued the hats onto each snowman. The gray one, the larger one, was about a 2.5 inch wide wooden ring, and the smaller one just about 2 inches. And that is it for this project. Thank you guys so much for watching.